What a life, huh? I was saying, what a time to be alive. It's like so much happening, and I lost what I wrote about that. Um, it's but this is the time for us to come together and do big things.
Well, you know, I watched a video today called The Parallel Society versus Totalitarianism, How to Create a Free World. And it was about what they did I can't even remember where it was, some communist country, where they just started ignoring the government and at local levels just started creating their own parallel systems. And oh, I know what it was. It was in Eastern Europe. And they was saying basically that was the reason that the Iron Curtain fell, was that the people just started creating their own system so they could function even if the government failed, and totally ignore the government and act outside the government. And that's probably the safest, the most likely to succeed path to go with the governments as they are.
Well,
Forget about them.
That's what I'm calling for, that the citizens assembly outside of the government.
The citizen assembly is
And
a version of that.
We start out with what Brian did. We get some legislation, we get a bunch of people to agree to it, and then we give it to the legislation and put pressure on them to pass it. And then eventually enough people will understand that we can actually write better legislation than what they're doing. And at that point, they'll just become functionaries. You know, they won't have any real power. They'll just be functionaries.
What's wrong with, I mean, the same way that, you know, the kings and queens, you know, are like just dignitaries, they're figureheads.
Right. They're just,
that's fine. Let everybody run. Whoever wants to be our figurehead congressman, that's fine, as long as they're willing to be the people's rubber stamp.
Right.
Because again, because making that change doesn't require amending the Constitution. We can just overlay this system right over the existing one.
So you're on it, Brian, and